Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to yet another Stone Cold Hockey video for the 1990-91 season. We're finishing up the regular season. We only have 5 games left in the chase for playoff perfection. We are tied with New Jersey for third in the Patrick. We can't. We can partially catch Washington for good place, but we can't catch the Rangers for first in the Patrick. So it's gonna be a dogfight to decide who. Well, who would you rather have, the Rangers or Washington? I don't know. Philly's only 6 points back of us, so we're not out of the woods yet. Well, they have 4 games left, so they can get as high as 85 points. Montreal, Boston are fighting for the Adams division. Buffalo and Hartford are fighting for third place, and maybe some other thing. We know Quebec's out. We know the Islanders are out. Despite LA and Calgary are fighting tooth and nail for first in the division, Edmonton is locked into the third, and I believe, yeah, Vancouver's locked into fourth. Chicago's won the North Division. St. Louis will take second. Minnesota will take third, and Toronto will take fourth. Goal scoring: Brett Hall has 79. Dave Gagne and Mike Garner 50 goals each. They won. John McLean's got 49. Cam Neely 48. Pat Verbeek 48. Our top goal scorer is 30 goals by Mark Recchi. So we're scoring goals, but we're not getting everything. Recchi is actually 6 in points. Well, he's tied for fifth with Cam Neely. Brad Hall, Wayne Gretzky, Adam Oates, and Joe Sakic all 100-point guys, and Hall leads Gretzky by 1. Wayne Gretzky point. Ron Francis is 10th in points. Cullen's 13th, but we traded him away. Coffey's 23rd. Belfort, Beaupre, and Rudy are the 3 main goalies. All that. Patrick Waugh, 265, goes against despite no shutouts, and the fact that Rick Wansley has 3 shutouts and a 295. And you see everyone's got 75 or 76. Vancouver and Winnipeg both have played 78 games. There's only 2 games left, so Winnipeg can't catch Vancouver no matter what happens. Chicago has 6 games left, but they're not playing for anything because they don't need to. Yeah, we only have 5 games left. Points percentage, we're ahead of New Jersey. We do have the game in hand. If you shall know, we have scored 291 goals. Rangers 295. Calgary 309. St. Louis has scored almost as many goals as we are. So we're third in the NHL in goals scored. 19-11-8 at home, on the road 17-17-3. Highlights wise, 56 hat tricks, including Michel Petit getting a hat trick. We've had 10 games go 30 plus points on the memorable fanciful Washington Islanders from December 1st, with the Islanders winning 4-1 and choking on it. Philly 6-1 win. Calgary on March 7th. I saw Calgary look good, up by 3 in the third period, but losing overtime. And Detroit Hartford February 13th, when Detroit was up 4-1 and choked. 3 stars. Best game with us. We're real square. Our best fan points was when we were down 4-2 to the Devils and won. So we play Chicago. Chicago doesn't have anything to play for. So Tom Brass, Ed Belfour. So they're going to put Jimmy Waite in the net. So Jimmy Waite's going to come in, but Chicago has nothing to play for. They've clinched first place in the NHL and by proxy the North Division, so they have nothing to play for. We do. We have a chance to try to get up the ladder. Tom Brasso in the net, Frank Pietrangelo, our trusty backup in real life. He helped ruin the Devils. And then Wendell Young, Kitchener, is also there. Is also there. Former Kitchener Ranger, winning the Mem Cup, the AHL title, the IHL championship, and the NHL championship. Wow. Our main guys, Mark Recchi, Vince Stevens, Yager Yager, his first season in the NHL, Paul Coffey, Kitchener, Bob Erie, Phil Bork, Mario Lemieux coming back through everything. Joey Mullen, Randy Gilhead from West Germany. The last season, you can say that before they become Germany. For some strange reason, we still have Starley Slapsky, but we shouldn't have. Scotty Young on the team. Brian Trachet, first year out of Long Island. Troy Lordy, Yuri Herdina, no Tanty, no Rob Brown. Barry Pedersen shouldn't be on our squad either. Larry Murphy, Paul Stanton, Gordy Roberts, Peter Tangaletti, Alf Samuelson, good defenseman. Ron Francis doing everything. The Blackhawks, the main guys, well, Ed Belfour's the main goalie. Dominic Hasek, yes, a young Dominic Hasek was the backup for the Blackhawks once upon a time. Chuck Cloutier, oh, they went to Quebec. Jimmy Waite and Greg Millen, the late Greg Millen, R.I.P. Steve Larmer once had a massive Ironman streak, which was a season short of Doug Jarvis's mark, but then he left because of contract negotiation problems. JR, Jeremy Roenick, Michel Goulet, first full year with the Blackhawks, had to really with Quebec City. Derek Graham, the first black captain in Stanley Cup Finals history. Look it up, people. Adam Creighton, Stevie Thomas, future Leaf. Wayne Presley, Kitchener. Bet you didn't know that. Part of the '84 team. Troy Murray, before he went to Winnipeg. Troy Murray. Dave Manson, who got his voice box punctured by a fight. Chris Chelios, who the Blackhawks brought back for the one of Danny Savard to Montreal, so it all worked out. Dougie Wilson, last season with the Hawks before going to the Sharks. Greg Gilbert, Mike Hudson, both key parts of the '94 Rangers. Jocelyn Lemieux, Mike Peluso, Bob McGill, Troy Yawning, Frederick Husera, Mike McNeil, Keith Brown, Steve Conroy, Paul Gillis, Brian Noonan, and Stu Goodimson. 4 minutes into the game, and a fight between Grissom and Ulf. Samuelson actually beats up on Grimson. It actually hurts us because we lost a defenseman. Why? Nope. But no goal. Phew. Much later. I have a chance. No, stopped by Brasso. 5 minutes later. You do this, look at you. Ugh. With 58 seconds left, the only coffee I'll drink is ice caps. Kitchener! He's 23rd from Hardina. 2 minutes later. Skiller! Greggy Gilbert hits 9th from Thomas and Chelios. 1-1. 5 minutes later. No. Very, very quick contrary. How does your gold garden grow? His 8th from Francis. Much later. They have just a tie and they fail. Much later. Yeah, Murphy. Oh, score. That's what I thought too. 4 minutes later. That's Ricky. 4 minutes later. Nothing. 1 minute later. 4 minutes later. Up. Chelios. Whacked Yugger. Here we go. We got it. He came in like a wrecking ball. All he wanted was to score some goals. His 31st from Trotson Murphy. Empty net time. But TLTL, we survived 3-2. Well, Chicago didn't have anything to play for in the end. But Jimmy Waite did okay. He only gave out 3 goals. Coffey, Pedersen, and Recchi. We survived 3-2. On Sunday, Philly, Buffalo. Buffalo did us a favor by beating Philly. I think that puts Philly out. I think we're now in the playoffs for sure. Chicago beat Minnesota 5-1. Rangers beat the Islanders, which is bad news. Good news for us, Boston beat Washington. So right now, they're at 89, we're at 85. We both have 4 games left. So that New Jersey is 83. Philly cannot catch. They have 3 games left. The most is 83. 87. So New Jersey just needs a point to clinch a playoff spot. But we're in the playoffs. Yeah, we're in the playoffs for sure. Montreal, Boston are tied. Montreal has the lead by a win. Buffalo is tied for 3rd. LA leads Calgary by 1 point, but Calgary does have the game in hand. And yeah. On the 25th, Montreal and Hartford tie. 26th, Boston beat Quebec. That's good news for them. Washington beat Buffalo. Rats. We have to go to Philly. And New Jersey and the Rangers couldn't do us a favor as the Devils won. So now we got to play Philly. Pete Peters against Peter Angelo. So we're in the playoffs for sure. Pete Peters knows that they need to do something. They bring in the goalie of the 80s. Ron Hextall not playing. Ken Reagan not playing. And Bruce Hoffert not playing. And no, he's not part of the Drew Carey show. We're going to go quickly because we've got 4 games left. Rick Tocchet, Mike Ricci, Scott Mellenby, the Rat Boy, Ron Sutter, great player, Tim Kerr, the power play guy, Shell Samuelson's brother. Who else? Mark Howell's still around. So yeah. Early on, we're Blue Guy. Remember, we're on the home. 3 minutes later, 3 more minutes. Let's go. Ron Sutter has 5 minutes later. Gordy Roberts scores. Yeah, Gordy Howell. Strap your skates on, Gordy. You're going in. His 5th from Stevens and Coffee. I will kill you. Injury on the Phillies. Tocchet gets a 5-minute call. Can we do it? Shutskeeters! He came in like a racky ball. All he wanted was to score some goals from Francis and Erie. Nine minutes later, finally. Damn it. 2 minutes. And Mullen gets hit. Kill the clock. No, they can't. Score. Even Stevens is 30th from Trotchy and Recky. Three minutes later. Oh, man. Take it ready. Solovsky. Ha, Berube. He flinched. TV timeout. What do we do? We take down Philly. Well, Ricky Beers for those pesky devils. Roberts, Recky, and Stevens. So we have 87, they have 85, the Devils do. We're 4 points back of Washington, 6 total points left, so we can't afford Washington getting points. We want to take second place. New Jersey won sucks, so we have to go to Detroit, Rock City, and have Barrasso beat Chevrolet. Try, Trusted, and True, Chevrolet. Hanlon, Scott King, Dave Gagnon, excuse me, Ellen Chevrier, and Ellen Bester. That is it. Stevie Weiss, Sergey Fedorov. Detroit's not going to last. Sergey Fedorov, Jimmy Carson on that team. Bob Probert, Gerald Gallant, Joey Kolser, Steve Chason, Keith Primo, and Randy McKay, and Brad McCrimmon. 2 minutes into the game, we score. Even Stevens from Hertina makes it 1-0. Gotta go quickly. 3 minutes later. That's good. Kevin Miller injury, but no Hector Floney. Anton. 4 minutes later, score! Sunset, sunset, boom! Throw from Mariam Stanton. Closer. 1 minute later. Just skillers. Forever young. He's gotta be forever young. Scotty's 13 from Coffee. Shot skewer. Phil the Frill, 27 from Coffee. Two minutes later. Oh man, we're rattled. Nope, he's not rattled. Even Stevens from Recky and Sullivan. There's a battle. Coffee scores. There you go. Catch it there. It's 24 from Recky. What's the score? Well, we beat Detroit, so that's the good news. We're keeping on pace. 28th. Well, we don't play. And Washington beat Philly. Philly couldn't do us a favor. Fuck. Yeah, so final weekend. Well, Guy Lafleur was going to make his final debut in Montreal, Quebec. We have 2 games left. And we play our old rivals from Philadelphia. Rangers beat Detroit. Montreal wins 1-0 over. New Jersey beats Washington 3-2. Yeah, New Jersey beat Washington. What does that do for us? That ties. Well, we need to win to jump over New Jersey because if we lose, they have the tiebreak. So we have to practically win both games on the weekend and have Washington lose tomorrow. So New Jersey's giving up a shot to catch Washington for second. So yeah, we're gonna play Philly again. Brasso versus Kenny Reggett. Reggett? No. Damn it. Right. Uribe Herdina. Of course we're gonna lose from. Okay. And they score. Excellent. They're trying to ruin us. They're trying to ruin us for third, and they're trying to ruin us. Minutes later. They're like, yay, Phineas, you have a chance. I think we're okay. Are you okay? 5-1. Haha. Well, we took down Philly 5-1. So going to the final day, we still have a chance to catch Washington. If they lose, we win. We beat them by wins. We have 41, they have 40. So that would be second place. Well, we need a point to preserve Washington. New Jersey can catch us with a win and our loss. New Jersey can jump over us. Frick. Hereford, Boston, Washington, Buffalo. Well, good news. Buffalo actually did us a solid 4-1 as Poopa beat Don Beaupre. Rob Raymond scored. Guy Lafleur, did he score a point in his final game? Yeah, so oh my man. We play the Rangers. And bad news, the Devils won 4-2 over the Islanders. Burke beat Healing, so the Devils needed this win more than we did. So we play the Rangers. So, question now. So if we win, we tie Washington, but we are ahead of Washington. So we get home ice against Washington, putting New Jersey against the Rangers. Now, if we score a point, we play Washington for sure, but we'll be in Washington. A loss means we're playing the Rangers again. And Wendell Young against Mike Richter. But this is actually an important game, so I have to put Brasso in the net. Nope. 4 minutes later. First off, another penalty. But Yager scores his 30th. Nice job by the rookie from Trotz and Stevens. 2-1. So looks like we're going to New York. And New Jersey will have to head to Washington. 4 minutes later. Score! Tie game. Jolie Mullen. His 12th. Where's the goal scoring guy from Calgary and St. Louis? Well, Tagliati and Francis. And we have a fight between Herdina and Muller. Why are you fighting Herdina? No one cares about your fighting. Raiders? No. Shutsky or Stevens from Trotz? Five minutes later. Agitator. We get agitated. Shutsky or Phil the Frill from Trotz and Patterson makes it 4-3. 4 minutes later. The Rangers penalty on King. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Francis. I do Ron. I do Ron from Young. We're getting close to second place. We win 5-4. What a game! But we beat the Rangers. We avoid the Rangers in the first round. That is New Jersey's job. We get home ice against Washington to start the playoffs. That was a key win, 5-4. Washington had faltered second place, and we swiped it. Yeah, we swiped it all right. We swiped second place from under Washington's nose. 41, 28, and 11. Not bad. In real life, we had 41 wins. We actually scored more points in fantasy than in real life. 41 wins. Weren't we like struggling? Well, we were 24 and 22 at one point. Yeah, at one point we were 24, 22, and 12. After that, we went 17, 3, and 2. So 17 wins in our last 22 games. That's amazing. We ended the season with a 6-game winning streak. We got but with 10-2 by New Jersey, but we won 6 straight, including 2 against the Rangers. Yeah, we didn't start off as strong. Well, we were 7-2-1 at one point. We were doing pretty well for ourselves. Yeah, we had those 4-game losing streaks to go 22, 29, and then after that we went 19, 5, and 5. After that 4 straight loss to Quebec. So yeah, we got ourselves better. Recchi with 97 points, Coffee 87, Stevens 79, Mario Lemieux with only 35 points, but he was hurt. Yeah, 11 goals, 24 assists. Alice Anderson scored only 1 goal for our team. Well, you saw that. Terry Glady scored 2 goals. We saw 1. Francis and Stanton. Brazel 21, 10, and 8. Peter Angel 13, 12, and 1. Wendell Young 7, 3, and 5. Okay. So, yeah. But no shutouts. That's amazing. In the Adams division, Boston nipped Montreal by a tie. So they win. First place. Montreal second. Buffalo third. So Buffalo goes to Montreal. Hartford goes to Boston. I think that's was the first round in real life, right? 91? Yeah. Majors. Yeah, Pittsburgh, Washington. That'd be 92. LA nipped Calgary for first place. Edmonton faces Calgary. Vancouver plays LA just so they could relive. Yeah, down to Edmonton, Calgary. Yeah. Chicago crushed it. Toronto 61 points. They take on Chicago, Minnesota, St. Louis. Minnesota took on Chicago in first place. Yeah, look at how bad Minnesota was. 69 points. The Flyers would have been uh, fourth in the Adams, fourth in the Smythe, third in the Norris, and they ended up fifth. 4 teams with 40 wins. Rangers, Pittsburgh, Washington, and New Jersey. So he finished with 313 goals scored, the most in the conference, second most in the NHL behind Calgary. But we gave up 283 goals. We gave up the second most in our conference. Only team, Quebec. 21, 11, 8 at home, 2017 and 3 on the road. So, yeah, lots of teams won 20 games. Yeah, Washington had a choke. How bad was Washington's choke or something? Did they choke? Kind of. But we were on a 6-game winning streak. So, yeah. So that means, well, Brad Hall won the goal scoring race. Did he ever? 82 goals in 80 games. Dave Gagne second, 55. Mike Garner, 54. John McClain and Cam Neely also got 50 goal seasons. Pat Verbeek missed by 1. Sakic, doing that, Yzerman, Andrechuk, Larmer, Fleury, and LaFontaine scored 40 goals. Our top goal scorer was Kevin Stevens with 34. Okay, and points-wise, Gretzky and Hall tied. Hall would technically win because he had more goals. Adam Oates and Joe Sakic got 100 points. Recchi was 3 points short of 100. He was off. Neely, Al McInnes, Bork, Howardchuk, and Ron Francis with 90 points each. So, yeah, Recchi almost did it. Belfort, Bill Prey, Rudy. 43 points for Belfort. Well, Patrick Waugh finally got a shutout. Cujo, 7. Brazil's 19 field goals against. Although I gotta say that Leo and Mark and Ron Hextall should not have had better goals against than our boy Brazil. He was a 20. Craig McLean won 7 games, yet he had better goals against than Mike Ferdin, John Casey, and Peter Sidorkiewicz, who all won 18 games or more. That is creepy. Yeah, but we won. Table Shovel Day had the worst goals against, technically. So, yeah. So, we'll see what happens in the playoffs. We will. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond.